What's going on, people? Welcome back to another Drake Reacts and Vlogs, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment on the channel. It will definitely help out for our algorithm. Today's match: Spurs against Newcastle. Spurs 1, Newcastle 2. As usual, before I get into the video, Frank out, sporting directors out, ownership out, crewmen out, everyone out as usual. New Newcastle absolutely deserved that win today, and once again, the scoreline was actually flattering to me because Newcastle were just a better team going forward, winning both the dual aerial duels in the half, having the amount of chances they could have scored, as well as creating opportunities from set pieces. Even though we robbed Newcastle today of a goal, that goal should have counted it for the first half. However, it didn't matter because Newcastle eventually won the game, and we eventually fell up short again. As we stand from the title, I'm going to title this video is we are just casually driving straight into a relegation battle. Not even a relegation battle in this point. We're casually driving straight into the relegation zone. We're lucky today that Man United scammed a draw against West Ham. Otherwise, we would have been either neck on neck with West Ham or below West Ham in 17th and heading straight into the relegation zone immediately. Fortunately, Leeds drew with Chelsea. Now we're below them, and as it stands now, we're 16th. And our next game isn't 12 days later where we play Arsenal, which I'm not confident about that game either. Wasn't confident going to that game either based on how we've been playing recently. And to be honest, I'm not really surprised with the result. It would be better if we cut our losses and sack Frank now before it's too late. Because by the time the club decide to sack Frank, it will be too late, and the damage has already been done. There's no point in saving Frank to a Champions League because any decent team that comes up in a Champions League, where it's Club Brugge, Galatasaray, Leverkusen, PSV, I think they're out now, but even Benfica, we're going to go out in the round of 16. Again, that was just another disgraceful performance. I know we scored this time in the defeat, but however, we didn't win the match, and now we're just free falling. Newcastle weren't good if you look at it form wise, but neither were we, and they deserved a win today after the results and the performance that they're playing again. So against the match, from the very first minute we kicked off, Newcastle were just attacking us, and all of the players on the pitch looked lost and confused. It's like no one on the pitch knew how to communicate with each other or pass the ball forward, and we're just lazy passing around the back, and we've gotten punished as a result. And what I mean is the amount of corners we were giving Newcastle. We gave him more corners than an octagon. It could have easily been 2 or 3-0 up by the amount of chances they've gotten. Barnes in the first half. Jacob Ramsey, Willock. They could have immediately gotten a good amount of goals in the first half. And by that fact, we didn't even offer anything in the attack going forward. No shots at all, no on target at all. And even our shots we've taken, they're just wide of the posts. Yes, I know we have injuries and stuff, but it doesn't give us the team to excuse to at least try to go ahead and play some good football and at least try to score some goals in there, whether we win the game or we lose the game. Here we just sat back and relaxed, and we got punished for the result. That first non-goal that we conceded, that should have been ruled as a goal. We robbed the Newcastle because apparently when Willock scored the offside goal, apparently his foot or hand was offside. But our defense kept them on. Again, it was just miscommunication between our midfield and our defense. One through ball. Newcastle was stringing passes like crazy, and one through ball between our midfield and defense. Willock was away at goal, and he got the goal, even though VAR saved us and ruled it offside. However, we did unfortunately concede just as the first half was about to end. Again, Vicario was at fault because he should have done better to react to the rebound of the second set piece. However, the defenders that were in the box trying to guard Tial were also should be blamed as well. Because again, no one was. You let him get the header right on target, and you let him get the chance to grab onto the rebound. So we were just ball watching. As a result, we conceded already. Second half, same old thing again. Did nothing to attack. We did get a shot on target by Sarr, which is a good shot. However, Pope managed to save it. And we did nothing go forward. Gallagher did some crosses, but again, our attack was basically off target. And we eventually equalized again, because of another set piece. Set piece taken by Simmons. And Gray was there just to tap it in after Van de Ven headed it, so we got our equalizer back. However, it never lasted long because we eventually conceded again because of Gallagher's stupid ball decision. He lost the ball in their half, allowed Newcastle to start to attack. No one was marking the Newcastle players like Gordon and stuff. No one was closing them down. So they would have passed it straight to Ramsey, who converted his chance into the back of the net. No way Vicario was saving it. However, that could have been prevented if Gallagher didn't make that mistake in his own half, just losing the ball at this point. As well as players back in our own half should have definitely been better to close Gordon down, not allow him to find that space. And then after that, nothing really happened between that, or nothing important happened. We didn't look like going to score equalizer or at least attack, while Newcastle probably did the same thing as well. But Newcastle deserved to win the game, and by looks, it's not looking good for us. We are heading down to the relegation zone as we speak. Not there yet, but we are going to be landing there soon. And let's be honest, I think the only good player on Spurs to have played all right or better was Van de Ven. He made some blocks to prevent Newcastle's earlier chances. Everyone else didn't play pretty well. Carl was at fault for the first goal that he could have conceded, and he should have done better to at least try to save the second goal. But again, our players were not that good at. Considering that we don't have 12 days till Arsenal comes up, and it's not going to be a good sign because if we play against Arsenal, they're going to smoke us at our own stadium like they did when we came to the Emirates. And Frank needs to stop defending stuff. And as much as he likes to set up to try not to lose, the only attack I see from his side is literally just a chewing gum. He likes to attack the chewing gum a lot. But fortunately, if this club want to be serious and actually try not to get relegated for once, because we will be lucky if we finish 17th again, based on how things are going. Might as well just say cut our losses. We made a mistake hiring Thomas Frank, and just get rid of him or something and move on. But I don't see anything changing, and even if, say, the worst thing happens, we get relegated back to Championship, or we survive, we stay up, or we do the impossible and actually win the Champions League, might as well just say No point in supporting this club because it's not moving seriously. After we won the Europa League last year, it's never became a serious club and actually built upon it. And now it's paying the price for it. But yeah, next four fixtures is going to be more of a nightmare. Arsenal at home, Fulham away, Palace at home, and Liverpool away. I think we're going to get some points against Palace, but I don't intend on jinxing myself because we rarely win at home. And the other four fixtures, Liverpool away, we're not beating them away. Definitely losing that. Arsenal home, we're definitely losing that. Same for Fulham. Yeah. So long may it continue. Long may this relegation sliding happen. And if this club wants to move forward and be serious, might as well just get rid of Frank. It's never too late to sack him. Never too late to change the manager. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'm out. Can't wait for the season to be over in less than 3 months.